Ramble.
Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's episode.
Where are you?
Welcome to Guilty Pleasures. Welcome to Guilty Pleasures. Today, we're talking about
Raggy?
Scooby-Doo
Raggy?
2 Monsters Unleashed. Y'all, last
Doobert 2.
Scoobert 2. You guys know that Scoobert was not the original name. He was named
Of the
Scooby.
Uh-huh.
And then people were like, that seems like a nickname.
Oh.
And they're like, you're right.
Yeah.
It's a nickname for Scoobert.
Scoobert Doobert.
Scoobert.
They did it backwards.
That's such a coke-fueled name. Just off of somebody catching you on your bullshit and being like, oh, no, his real name is Scoobert.
And they're like, don't fucking tell anyone. I told you that when I was 5. You promised you weren't going to ever tell anyone.
Okay, I'm curious, before we go into this movie, Scooby-Doo, the cartoon, the franchise, the series, I fucks with it hard. Can I get an amen?
God.
Amen.
Oh my
Amen.
God. There's the fucking Simple Plan song for What's New Scooby-Doo. Baby.
What? Wait, hold on.
Baby.
I don't know this,
I'm a
Garrick.
Simple Plan fan, and I do not know what you're talking about.
You've never heard their theme song for What's New Scooby-Doo?
No. What's new Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, what is What's New Scooby-Doo? Is that a cartoon?
Animated.
What's New Scooby-Doo is one of the newer reboots of it. And the song, they were just like,
Simple
yo,
Plan.
Yeah, I was like, Simple Plan?
Yeah. It's one of the newer. I mean, it's not that new. Of course, I'm so sorry.
20 years
it's not
old
that
at
new.
this point,
It's
probably.
2009. Oh God. Oh
No,
God.
2009 in my mind was only 10 years ago. It's fine. We're moving on.
Yeah. I'm thinking I just graduated high school, and then it was 15 years ago. Anyway, so Simple Plan pulled a Phil Collins and went hard on a theme
Harder
song
than they had
for
to?
no reason at all.
Yeah, play this shit.
So it's called What's New Scooby-Doo.
I don't have YouTube Premium.
How do you not have YouTube Premium?
No. I'm not gonna pay for YouTube because I've had it for free for half of my life.
But
No, I'm not
now
gonna pay for
you're-
YouTube because YouTube should pay for me.
Yeah, but you know what? You're
that's
gonna
true. That's
pay
true.
for it subliminally because
Yeah.
you're getting all them ads.
Well, I want to
Rick.
be tapped in with
Yeah.
the people. I want to know what I'm getting.
No, you don't. You hate NFTs.
I want to know that.
Yeah, that's a great point.
What?
That shit
Oh, fuck yeah.
slaps. That shit slaps for no fucking reason.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
this is a jam.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay,
Fucking
but they...
Simple
Oh,
Plan.
I'm conflicted because you have to hit
Yeah.
the classic Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I hope they work it
They
in
don't.
somehow.
I don't think they do.
That was...
I don't think you give Simple
What a
Plan.
fucking
I'd do
revelation.
anything
Yeah.
just to
But does that
fall
mean that there's a
asleep with
generation
you.
of Scooby-Doo fans who grew up on a song
That
that,
don't know the
slaps, but they
original?
don't know Scooby-Dooby-Doo? Where are you?
Yeah.
Dad, you're fucking old.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's depressing.
Okay, one more.
It's depressing.
One
to
more
know.
quick. Wow, that psyched me. Doesn't it feel so naked now without that playing?
What?
Should we,
Yeah. It's like, can we make that our theme
can
song
we just
for
have
the
that
show?
looping throughout this whole
Yeah.
episode? Because I feel really like I feel like mom and dad are gone.
Yeah. The light
Yeah.
from her eyes dimmed just a bit when that turned off.
That's unfortunate.
Okay, one more Scooby lore question before we dive into this movie specifically. Scrappy-Doo, yes or no?
I think he's like a booger you can't fling off, but you love
But
the
sometimes you like
booger.
playing with boogers.
I mean, I didn't say that.
I do.
Okay.
I did.
You do?
Yeah.
So growing up, I never fuck with Scrappy. Every time there was an episode with Scrappy, I knew that I was too far into the Scooby-Doo catalog.
yeah.
And I would try my best to either skip the episode or wait until he doesn't come in. Because there's something about Scooby being the adult in the relationship and he can't talk correctly. And then Scrappy coming in being like, well,
Super
Uncle
educated.
Scoob, you should be talking like me. Well, if you, he means this. Scooby is like, shut your fucking overly educated ass up.
Honestly.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
I swear to stop talking down to your goddamn uncle just
like
because he didn't go to college.
Yeah.
Just because you went to college. Shut up. Shut up.
I'm trying to
Literally,
remember.
he's a little bitch.
My memory is so hazy. But does Scrappy-Doo have the voice of an Italian mobster?
Kind of.
Ew, what's up, Scooby? Oh, I'm gonna get ya.
Yeah, I think so. It's I mix him up with Tom's cousin. I mean Jerry's cousin.
Who?
From Tom and Jerry.
My mind immediately went to Succession. Also, Garrick, I like the plant you have next to you because you just keep hitting it.
I'm like angled.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know it was in frame.
It's so close to you. And every time you move your arms, you smack the plant. Okay, go on.
For those wondering, Garrick
There's so
is
much more
beaming
frame.
in from Hotlanta.
He's still in New York
you're
filming
in New
a
York?
movie.
I'm in New York.
All right, well, he's a globetrotter. You can't keep dragging. You're filming a movie right now?
Yes. An indie rom-com.
Is it going to be as good as Scooby-Doo 2?
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
It'll probably be just as good.
Wow, that's a high bar.
Were you guys avid Scooby-Doo fans as a child?
Every time it was on Cartoon Network, it
Yeah.
was an instant watch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I'm like deep in it where like I didn't own Scooby swag, but I love what's not to love. Look, it's antics. Kids love spooky stuff. I think that's something that adults don't realize. Kids like to be the appropriate amount of scared, and Scooby-Doo was just that right amount of like, oh, they're ghosts, but then we take their masks off. Oh, they're just mean people.
It really did teach you to look under the bed to see that there was nothing really there.
Yeah.
Like I feel like, and then it also like kind of taught you critical thinking skills in a weird way. Is that
beyond
too much?
your assumptions.
Am I reaching?
No.
To try and put the mystery together.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to put the mystery together. Eventually, you figure it out.
Yeah.
It's like either the first or second guy that they talk to.
Yeah, there's a pattern there.
There's always at least
Doesn't
three.
fail.
There was very much a pattern. But if you like watch them back to back and then you like wait for a little while and you come back to it, you forget all that stuff and you're just like, oh man, who is it?
There's something
I was all in for
about
that
like
shit.
I remember being a kid being obsessed with wanting to be a detective or a spy, like the Michelle Trachtenberg
wanted to be
movie.
a
It's like
detective. Baby.
carrying around a notepad or
Oh,
even
yeah.
Blue's Clues. I was like, I'm gonna go figure out a mystery. Why were they prepping?
Did y'all
us for
watch
that?
Carmen Sandiego?
Oh,
Where in
yeah.
the world is Carmen
I
Sandiego?
watched. I played the games.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So that's what I was gonna get to. Did you play the game, the little computer
That's
game?
actually I
And
know that more than
shit-
the show.
Yeah, same.
I know that more than
Yeah.
the show. I know that more than the show for sure. That was like coming back
Where
home from
in
the
school
world
and being
is
like, oh,
Carmen Sandiego. Have you guys heard the Simple
There it
Plan
is.
cover? No, I'm just kidding. We should probably get in this movie, huh?
Okay.
Scooby-Doo
Let's do
2,
it.
Monsters Unleashed. The gang is back.
Oh, yeah.
But
Gang,
this
gang.
time, the ghosts are real.
What?
I don't actually know if that's the case in the first movie or not.
I didn't see the first
I didn't see it, so... Anyway.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I did see the first one. I saw both of
Why?
them. There's three.
There's 3? No.
Is there 3? There's one with Scrappy-Doo.
Shut the fuck up.
We didn't do that
Or
one.
is it-
We should watch it. I
Oh,
mean, this one
God.
I know
There
is
probably isn't. There
modern
probably isn't. I'm
nostalgic.
fucking-
People have been asking. They love
Yeah.
this. I've seen on Twitter that people say that this one actually is the closest in tone to the original cartoons.
Oh.
It's wacky.
It is.
You have, I mean, how do you describe the plot? It's Scooby-Doo. You get it. There's monsters.
But the reason why this one's different is there's multiple monsters.
Yeah.
It's multiple monsters from the original cartoon. And the gang is kind of having troubles weaving within the gang. You know, they're
You have Scooby and Scrappy who are trying to prove that they're real.
No, not Scrappy.
Sorry. Scooby and Shaggy trying
Yeah.
to prove
Yeah.
that they're good detectives and they're not total fuck-ups. You have a fun runner with Freddie Prinze Jr., Fred, dealing with a meanie old news reporter played by Alicia Silverstone who's trying to frame the gang and make them look bad. And you have Velma, who we'll talk about Velma.
He's trying to learn how to be vulnerable as well.
That's what Fred's trying to do?
Freddie Prinze Jr. He's trying to get over toxic
That's
masculinity.
right. He should
apparently.
be in therapy.
You have Velma learning to be her badass
My
self.
bisexual awakening as a child. Let's
And
talk about
you've
it.
got
God.
Daphne. Everyone's saying that Daphne's worthless, but then she continuously kicks ass.
She solves the entire fucking
Oh, yeah.
mystery.
Yeah.
She knew who it was.
You want to? We'll break down the cast. Let's start with Daphne.
She's worthless in the cartoon.
Yeah, she's just the pretty little thing.
Everybody but Velma is worthless.
Yeah,
in the
there you
cartoon.
go. Yeah.
I mean, let's break down the
Sorry.
cast because I think that the the joy of this movie and this franchise is that the casting is fucking perfect.
It's stellar.
Oh my God.
It's unbelievable.
The casting
and
is
you have
amazing.
Sarah Michelle Gellar as Daphne coming hot off of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Super hot.
She plays the ditziness of Daphne without ever succumbing to making her forgettable.
I was getting more like influencer, and people assume we're all just so dumb and vapid in fashion and makeup, but we actually have brains.
Well, yeah, you're smart enough to, make those
Stop
deals
it.
and sign those
Done.
contracts.
Bye.
But what's so funny is throughout the movie, they're constantly talking about how Daphne is the worthless one, but she's like in every fight, she like has like the javelin and she's like fucking monsters up. She straight up almost murders a monster.
Thank God.
Yeah.
She kicks ass.
She also solves things with her makeup, which was really crafty.
That was very cool. That was very
She also
cool.
solves the entire fucking thing. She's the one who calls out, are we going to say who the monster is? No, it's too early.
Too early.
But she calls
people
out.
People
are
listening,
holding
don't you dare
their
spoil
breath.
Scooby-Doo 2.
Yeah, but she calls
You're
it
going to
out.
spoil it and they'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think she's arguably one of the smartest ones.
The MVP.
Yep.
Matthew Lillard, we've discussed only in passing on this show. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I adore him as an actor. I always think about his iconic turn in Scream. He's just so good, and he is no one else could ever be
No.
Shaggy.
He warps his face
Yeah.
into ways that would make my Botox doctor shit his pants. Like that man can make the most. Yeah,
That's all I think about.
that. Oh my God, I'm so glad you brought that up because that was one of my notes. That like all of their scared voices are orgasms in this movie. If you go back and listen, they're like, let's go, and I'm like, did someone just come? Like what?
There was a point when I looked away from the screen and I was just like, did I leave?
Pornhub open.
Or it's like, oh shit.
And then you heard,
And I looked at it, I was like,
and you're like,
oh,
oh, I
Yo,
definitely left the
have
porn
you ever
open.
seen
Oh, I
Scooby-Doo
definitely
porn?
did.
I'm sorry?
Have you ever seen
How did they
Scooby-Doo
get
porn?
to my-
Have I ever seen it?
Well,
You know how you get the little commercials
34.
on the side when you're watching your regular porn? You get like weird Family Guy porn. I always get Scooby-Doo porn.
So who's fucking who?
You always get Scooby-Doo porn? Are you Googling bestiality?
No,
Is that your
I
porn
don't think you can
preference?
Google that. Don't you get flagged the same way you get flagged with like, you know what, porn?
Who is fucking who?
It's often Fred, and of course Daphne, and then like, or Velma, and then like Daphne walks in, or unfortunately Scoobert Doobert doing it to one of the ladies.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, Scoober Doobert's always like doing like Marge Simpson. Or
Yeah.
something.
The first version, I'm going to
Probably,
ignore
like,
the
there's, like, a
horrifying ones
crossover.
that came after, but the first version, I can get behind.
I think they're
I was-
in like
I was-
a little cuckold situation anyways.
I was like playing it in my mind, and I'm like, honestly,
you
yeah,
jerk it to it.
yeah,
All right.
all right.
Anyways, go look it up.
This cast is way too hot for a kids
Yeah.
movie.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, Freddie Prinze Jr. is so pretty.
Pasty.
Is
He's very pasty.
Is he
That
pasty?
blonde doesn't do anything for his color, his complexion. It's not my favorite.
Okay, all right, but hot. We agree. Yeah, pretty.
The blonde kills
Yeah.
me.
I think like I don't think that he was. Again, so I'll bring this up later, but I don't think he was that great
yeah.
looking in this. I know that Freddie Prinze Jr. is a more conventionally attractive man, but not in
It
this.
didn't land for me.
even though he was
It's
cast.
like
as
if you were to
Yeah.
cast it today, you'd put in like a Hemsworth, right?
Well, this is ruining my thesis
Yeah.
statement that this is a hot movie, but I'm interested in
okay.
it. No. So let's
No, no, no.
continue.
Okay, so
Yeah.
my thesis is that when did this movie come out? The first one was 2002.
Don't look at me.
This one
This is the first time I watched
Kelsey?
it. I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
I'm gonna guess 2005.
Yeah, maybe.
This was 2004.
Damn.
Wow, this is an
2004,
old
2 years
ass
later.
movie.
Damn.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. This is a PSA to take care of your minds because we take care of our cars, our lawns, our houses, but none of those things are as irreplaceable or important as your own brain. Okay, maybe the dog is. There are plenty of ways to support a healthy brain. What I love to use is BetterHelp Online Therapy. I love BetterHelp. It's just made it so easy to be flexible. It's gonna be as easy as going into my car or going for a walk, and I'm gonna be able to do a session. Maybe you've never tried therapy. Maybe you're scared of it. Maybe you think, hey, I don't need that. That's for people that are really stressed, right? No, everyone can and will benefit from this. It's so nice to just have someone to talk to. You deserve to take care of your mind. It's something that everyone can benefit from. BetterHelp is online therapy that works with you. Want to talk to someone face-to-face? There's video chat. Don't want to talk to someone face-to-face? Do it on the phone or even live chat-only sessions. Plus, it's so much more affordable than typical in-person therapy, and it's convenient. In fewer than 48 hours, you can be matched with a therapist that's right for you. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/guiltypleasures. That's betterhelp.com/guiltypleasures.
I think that both Shaggy and Velma are the hot people in this movie.
Let's go!
Even though they're portrayed as not that. And then showing that our like ideas of attraction or what's attractive have fully flipped on its head.
We need to dive
in the
fully
coming
in.
like
we have talked, we have texted, we have discussed. Linda Cardellini as Velma is so hot. Velma's so much hotter, and I don't care what anyone says. First of all, Velma's always been a baddie. She could always get it. But Linda Cardellini, I know that many. I went on our Patreon on our Discord to ask like who. I didn't say who thinks Linda Cardellini's hot. Miles, don't laugh at me. I said, what do you guys love about Scooby-Doo 2? And almost unanimously, it was Velma. This movie was either my gay or bi awakening.
Okay, and I have that. I am one of those people.
You're one.
I fully remember feeling this way in high school, and even watching the cartoon. I always pegged Velma as a queer character.
When you were like cartoon?
Yes.
Wow.
I was like, that's a queer. So when I watched this and Seth Green was a love interest, I was like, we are doing this entire fucking franchise a disservice by making her heterosexual.
Let Velma scissor.
Well,
yes.
The Velma show is coming out, and I believe that she is
queer.
See, or the Velma movie.
Listened.
I'm not
Let's
sure.
go.
Is Cardellini playing her?
What it is, but I don't think so.
The shot. So there's one scene we have hot Velma in this movie. By the way, she hot the whole time.
Leather.
Oh my god, she is hot the whole time.
The red patent leather.
But she comes down the stairs in like
when she comes down the stairs.
I did it again. Brittany red leather suit, and
I'm truly losing my mind. I was like. I remember seeing that as a young pup and being like, "This
as
is
a
it.
tiny Scrappy Doo.
That's what I need. That's what I need."
You saw this when you were younger, Garrick.
Yeah. I saw it when it came out,
and it worked.
It worked for me. So I've been following her career ever since.
She also
her and Marissa Tomei. Wow. So when I saw Marissa Tomei in Spider-Man, I was like, oh, there she is. She
also wears her orange turtleneck underneath this red patent leather number, which is fucking hysterical. Adorable. She's trying to be sexy for Seth Green's character. And so she wears this little number that's squeaky and it sounds like she's farting the entire time. It's very funny. It was giving baby powder and leather pants moment.
It also means that even through 3 layers of clothing, she still got body.
Still got body. That was a thick wool sweater. Woo! You know, and a skirt, bitch.
Velma.
She has no runs. Yeah,
Velma.
She's got it.
Yeah. When she's like running around and you're like,
and she's got a long skirt on. You're like, kind of slippage moment.
There's a Netflix show. Like, I think it's Dead Like Me, and she has a Leslie kiss in that. So if you want to live out your Velma lesbian fantasies, just know that the media exists.
Yes.
Wait.
Or go to Pornhub.
Is it
Dead to Me?
Have you not watched Dead to Me?
It's great.
Oh, okay.
I said Dead Like Me, maybe.
Oh.
Might be.
Yeah. No.
Might be. Just Google Linda Cardellini gay
Make
kiss.
Out. Yeah. Garrick, you do have to be on this podcast though right now. We can't lose you.
It's a good gift.
He's already gone. The glaze in his eyes has gone
I have
over.
to see this. I'm so sorry. I have to. And it's Christina Applegate.
Yeah.
No, she's kissing. I forgot the name of the actress, but she's also very pretty.
Yeah.
Is it Christina
No,
Applegate?
it's a different person she kisses.
Not?
No.
Oh, that's right.
You'll recognize her.
Yeah.
She's
Natalie.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good kiss. All right, let's give Garrick a moment.
What a good time.
A moment of silence for Garrick's childhood boner.
Yep.
And moving on.
We talked about her costume, but I'd say that probably my greatest joy in watching the movie is just the color, the costumes, and the set design. This movie is based on a cartoon. It's not shying away from that, and it lets it look like a cartoon.
Absolutely. Everything from the layers underneath the ground to the cityscapes to even the costumes of the news reporter or the camera guy. It's all very cartoonish, and so much so I even wrote down like the acting is cartoonish, which fucking works.
The acting is extremely cartoonish.
Yeah.
I feel like when they heard that this was a live action of a cartoon, they took that to the absolute heart. And I feel
especially
like
Matthew Lillard.
when we're especially Matthew Lillard. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be a hippie.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm gonna be a high hippie.
Let's
I don't
go,
give a fuck. As soon
Scoob.
as I put on that green and those bell bottoms, I am there." But when we're watching like, you know, Marvel things or any type of adaptation of a cartoon or something that was, you know, animated previously, they like try to, you know, bring it down or
bring
make
it to the
way
real
too
world.
serious.
Realistic. We're not watching it
Bring
for
it to the
that.
real
When I was
world.
watching this, I genuinely, I don't know why my mind went here, but I got mad that we've still been deprived of live action X-Men in their fucking yellow outfits, like Wolverine in the yellow X. It's like, well, we need to make it realistic. Bro, he has forks for hands, okay? This isn't realistic.
It's not going to be realistic.
Let him be yellow.
No matter how hard you try, let him be yellow.
They did that in one of the first
and I want to
class
see the
movies, I
fucking... Yeah,
Fucking
he opened up a briefcase and it was in there, I believe, or like the suit was in there, but he never wore it.
My favorite part of this being such an extreme of a cartoon is the fucking sound effects in this movie.
Oh my god!
Talk about zoinks, yoinks, boop, blop, beep, bop.
Yeah,
And unlike Moulin Rouge, it works.
Hey, don't you dare! Has that episode come out yet?
Yeah.
It did.
I mean, not yet, but by the
it's
time
gonna
you're
be
listening to this,
amazing.
people
I
will be
can't
mad at me.
wait. Yeah, no, there was a lot for every movement. There was a squeak and a squawk. Set up unrealistic expectations of what I would hear in real life.
They even a couple of times they did the I'm falling, but if I run in place for long enough, I'll hover.
Yeah.
And they did that a couple times. I was like, yeah, that's all I was asking for
Yes.
from a live action production.
You know, it'd be fun. This would be expensive, but like to set up a rig where you're on wires and you get to live out that fantasy of running off a cliff and then
Yeah.
and then
they
falling.
should do that at
Yeah.
like Toontown.
And then you look.
That'd be sick.
Yeah,
Give
that'd
me
be
a job
cool.
there.
That'd be a sick
But
ride.
then all the kids would just try and run off.
Yeah.
Oh boy. What is wild, and I wrote this down as watching it, like no one in this film, and I'm talking the cast, the crew, the director, the set design, the costume design, no one is phoning it in. They all
No.
could have. They
No.
all
Yeah.
probably should have.
Yeah.
I would argue this isn't a
Yeah.
great movie. It's not like,
No.
but they put so much effort into it. And so you're watching, like, even as we get to the climax, it's like, oh my God, this set deck is intricate. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Here's
I'll say the only
yeah.
weak link from this entire production.
What are you gonna say?
Is the
writing?
Yeah.
Where it's just like, yeah.
They did.
Yeah, it's a
phone
writing.
it in.
It's like,
Which is crazy.
yeah,
because
they phoned it.
you know
in.
who
They were
wrote
the only
it?
ones. They're just like, it's a cartoon. Who
No.
cares?
Do you know who wrote it?
No.
Do you know who wrote
No.
it? Oh my God, I can't believe you didn't spot this in the opening credits.
Who is it?
Okay, because not only was this written by the most high profile and currently the most successful person.
Oh, no.
It's someone that you love, Garrick. James Gunn.
Oh my God, I
wrote
did know this.
movie.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
Which is
Okay.
crazy because that is like without a doubt the only part of this movie
Yeah.
that's like, yeah,
Dog,
it's-
but you know that wasn't his writing.
But it's
you know that
it wasn't his writing. You're doing
Those are
the
studio
sequel
notes. Yeah.
of a studio hits, and they're just calling you in on your early in your career. I fully believe that was all studio notes.
Yeah.
There's a video out right now about Doctor Strange and how it was a very different movie than what actually came out.
Because you can tell what bits are his, and you can tell what the studio was like. This is a children's movie. Dumb this down, Garrick. I cannot get over the relationship between you and this plant. It's like it's killing me. The way you just had to squeeze your shoulder in between it. It's like we got to name her at this point. Who is she? The Delilah the plant is really making a move on you. But seriously, that you can tell which jokes because some slap so hard. My favorite bit is when Scooby slaps Shaggy 3 times, and on the first two he goes, "Thanks, I needed that. Yeah, I needed that too." And then on the third one he says, "You're pushing your luck, Scooby." And I lost my mind. There's an end bit where the killer or the villain gets revealed and he's getting taken away in handcuffs, and it's revealed that he was working with someone that also wasn't who they said they was, and the guy goes, "But we cuddled," and it's the funniest line in the entire movie.
There's my favorite one is as they're coming up with the plan for how to catch the bad guy, Scooby's taking notes and really diligently, and they go, "Okay, Scoob, what's your conclusion?" And he holds up Bernie. He's just drawing a photo of that, and like Scooby is
so James. That is good, James.
He is great.
Yeah, and then there's shit where you're just like studio notes.
Scooby in this film, he's for the kids. Okay, he's kind of annoying at times, but when he hits, boy, does Scoobert hit.
I don't agree. He is here for the comedy. He is here for the comedy of like just purely the purest form of comedic relief. I don't understand what you're talking about.
I'm thrilled that you disagree.
The scene where he comes in as like a disco villain or whatever.
Okay.
With an afro?
And then the lady with an afro, and the lady comes up and she's like, "How you doing?" He's like,
"Hey,
hello, baby." Like,
baby. It was so uncomfortable. That's probably where the Pornhub scene came from. Oh. That's where the inspiration was.
There's a lot in that scene.
I laugh at that shit every time.
I'm glad that you like it because I was like, okay, one, this film, from my perspective, it continued that children's movies seem to love using black culture as a punchline. So like Scooby's coming in his like foxy Cleopatra look.
God.
Shaggy's dressed as a pimp with a gold tooth.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, I guess.
Okay,
there was also a moment where they hit a vinyl player and it played like an old timey and it plays Baby Got Back. I mean, I laughed, but is Scooby hot?
Is Scooby hot?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
He's so tall and like muscular. And a good dancer.
Yeah. He's
and
very
funny.
tall. When he stands on two legs, he's like 6'5".
Yeah, you saw how that lady came up to him.
Yeah.
It's just like, yo, I'm ready to fuck.
Scooby,
I don't know who this is.
Hot.
Scooby's a hot dog.
Do me.
You know, but there's nothing worse than kind of like a dumb hot guy. You know?
Okay, we've talked about it. There is a dance number in the middle where Scooby is in an afro. Mm-hmm. I think this scene is nightmare fuel. It is
really.
It chilled me to my core.
What?
It is something about seeing a CGI Scooby on two legs wearing a human costume. So he's kind of dancing like he's a human, but he's a dog. It is so deeply unsettling to me.
And his afro's bouncing around.
I wanted to laugh because I knew it was funny. But the uncanny valleyness of it, just like it shook me.
But do you not enjoy TikToks where you see dogs walking on their back two legs? Is that not the funniest thing to you?
I don't know.
That to me is so funny.
Yeah, and I think that it's wish fulfillment where I've always wanted to see Scooby as a person.
Yeah.
You hear him talk. I just want to see him do the next thing, which is walk on his hind legs, try to talk like a person as much as he can. And, try to pull.
Maybe it's because they made him 6'5", like he's so tall that I'm like, why is Scooby-Doo a linebacker? He's like, Scooby-Doo
why is he Miles' height?
Yeah.
The nostalgia of the way that they introduced the characters from the original series is in the same order in the movie. Because you know how they fight monsters like one by one? That's a throwback nod to the way that the order of which they introduced the villains in the cartoon. It's kind of like little sneaky Easter egg moments there.
That's
here
cute.
And there. Yeah.
Here's something I was confused about is that in Scooby-Doo.
What do you mean? What do I mean? The way that
What do you mean? Are you talking about like the themes?
No, the way that the monsters in this movie are come out in order are the same order that the episodes came out in the cartoon.
Oh,
so like they get chased by the lagoon guy, the electricity.
Knew this, or you looked this up?
No, I think I saw it on the internet somewhere. That's where I learn anything. What do you mean?
There's no way that it's crazy that you have this information in your brain.
Well, I don't know.
I love it. I'm impressed.
Sorry, I don't retain much. I smoked a lot of drugs in my life.
Smoked the drugs.
I don't know
why. You smoked a lot of drugs.
I smoked a lot of drugs.
Not even a lot of weed.
No,
I smoked a lot of weed.
No, it was a lot of
I smoked a lot of drugs.
Things you probably shouldn't have smoked.
Oh, speaking of...
Kelsey, have you smoked crack?
I don't want to talk about it. Define crack. You know what I mean?
Welcome to the Scooby-Doo episode.
Define crack. Crack could be anything. An amphetamine doesn't need to be crystallized. Could it be freebasing? Are we talking about liquid?
Yeah, no. I mean like a full crack rock.
The rock version.
I'm sorry.
Have you ever
great TikTok
freebased Adderall? That's basically crack.
But when you say basically crack, I think Garrick wants to know the rock. The Rock is the fun.
Don't
Rock.
bring
I wanna
Dwayne
know-
Johnson
No.
into this.
No. We just
No.
a crack rock
I
is
wanna
objectively
know-
funnier than cocaine.
I
Then,
have never
yeah.
smoked a crack rock.
Damn shame.
Yeah, you are dancing around this.
You're gonna love this transition.
Hilarious.
Speaking of drugs you should not take, there is a scene in which Scooby and Shaggy drink some potions.
Yes, let's talk about it.
And their bodies change. First, Scooby changes into an alien monster.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
Shaggy gets tiggle bitties.
He gets
Yep.
boobs.
He gets
Yeah.
the biggest boobs.
He gets shape.
He gets a little
I
cinch
was-
waist.
I was very proud of them for, early 2000s not going for the joke of, oh my God, I have boobs, and then looking down their shirt.
Yes.
Or like going off and be like, I'll be right back. I gotta go see something.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh no. He's like, I just have a chick's body.
this
It just made it so much more wholesome.
It did because it's a kid's
I don't know.
movie, right? Like you
Yeah.
forgot that he is handling it really well.
Matthew Lillard, when he becomes fucking ripped as hell,
Hulk, yeah.
and he's just like,
Yeah.
I love it, is such a good comedy moment.
I thought when they started
Yeah.
playing Banana, I thought they were doing a nod to Space Jam, but it wasn't. But they had the Tasmanian Devil then happen where they drink the potion and Scooby turns into the Tasmanian
yeah.
Devil.
Yeah,
I was
that
very
was
confused.
weird.
So maybe.
Is it the same? Is Scooby-Doo under the Looney Tunes?
They're both Warner.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta love that family.
So maybe.
And then Scooby turns into a scientist who can talk, and he has like a British voice, and it's a.
I wish
funny
that he
bit.
stayed like that because I've wished so often to have full-fledged conversations with Scooby-Doo. Like just as a person, just like, yo, tell me how you feeling, blah, blah, blah. It was that in Toys because of Toy Story.
Did we ever see Scooby's
Yeah.
ding dong in this?
That's a great point. Most dogs,
No.
you can always see their dick.
And he's a Great Dane, y'all. So
Yeah.
We got a great
He was
dong.
fixed. He was
just
fixed.
because
People
you're
listening,
thick
like, we
doesn't
don't-
mean you don't have a penis. Your balls go up.
They took both off.
They took both.
They took both off.
He just pees out of his butt.
I wish I had a live cam of people listening to this podcast just like ripping their headphones off, being like, don't always talk about fucking the children's movie.
I can't. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm gonna fuck a Minion, I'm gonna fuck Scooby-Doo, and you can't stop me.
Hey, heard it here first.
I'm gonna fuck them both at the same time.
That's gonna be a
Threesome.
good TikTok.
Are we making
I wanna
TikToks
see your
of this
porn
show?
searches.
I'm gonna
Okay,
fuck
cool.
Lightning McQueen and his fucking tailpipe. Ka-chow. Where else do you want me to do it?
Wait, do we have any from the Crumping episode? I want to post something.
We haven't released any yet.
I mean,
It's
no,
really
that's with
funny.
real people.
I will say for the Crumping episode, I wanted the thumbnail to be so good.
Yeah.
I got a Paramount Plus subscription.
No, you didn't.
Because I couldn't find a good screenshot of her crumping.
Oh my God. The
And
internet
so-
has a.
No, but it's not high
They're
res
all low
enough.
res.
They're all low res.
So you're in possession of the highest res screenshot of Hayden Pantier crumping on the internet.
Yes,
That's
it is.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wait, that's a
correct.
good like Twitter bio to put on for
That's-
yourself.
Yeah, it's really good.
There's something that confused me in the movie. So in Scooby-Doo,
Mm-hmm.
it's never ghosts, right?
No.
Like every time they
No,
think
it's
it's
always a
ghost,
person.
they unmask it. And in this movie,
They're ghosts.
it's ghosts. It's real
real
monsters.
That's
and they're not
that was
shocked.
No.
They don't play scared.
No.
that was like, I feel when it was coming out, I think I remember people being like, this is so not Scooby-Doo. You're ruining the integrity of Scooby-Doo by putting real monsters in there. They don't fight real monsters. They fight people
But it's-
dressed as
it's
real as
kind of-
monsters or whatever.
It kind of works for me, and here's why. The plot premise is that they're opening a museum gallery of all the costumes of the monsters they've defaced. But they take the costumes, the villain takes the costumes and puts it through this magic dust called like randomanium.
What's
it called?
Well, it was like randomonium or randomanium, which is funny because it's like it's random. Yeah, it was a good little bit.
Yeah,
it's funny.
And it turns them into real
it's like
monsters.
unobtainium in Avatar.
And so you're right. It's like in this world, we're just accepting that there's magic powder that can turn monster costumes into real monsters, which is absolutely insane.
That's not as whimsical. I think I feel like I was
like pick a genre.
Every time they would go into a factory, it is a shift in genre. Every time they would go into a dungeon situation, I was like, are we in Casper? That's what it felt like.
Oh my God, yes, the dungeon reminds me so much of Casper.
I love that moment.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, it was great though. That's always good set design. Every time somebody has an underground lab, I'm like,
underground lab
me,
with like a minecart type Rube Goldberg.
And everything's wet.
God.
It's always dripping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everything's weirdly wet. There is a minecart. The minecart goes through some kind of liquid.
And like whipped
there's
cream.
fog.
Yep.
There's fog. There's
Green,
moss. Give me all of it.
Neon,
trap doors.
blubber
Every time I
material.
fucking see a trap door,
Let's
I'm
go.
excited.
Feed me trapdoors.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck billionaires. Because all y'all motherfuckers have all this money, and not only are you not solving all the world's problems, not only are you exploiting your workers, you're also not making dope mansions with trapdoors.
How do you know? How many millionaires have you been?
I haven't seen Bezos trapdoor
Not one fucking
delivery
time.
driver. Not one goddamn time. I haven't seen him build a moat. I haven't seen him have crocodiles in a tank. Or sharks in a tank, whatever.
Do you think they would tell you if they had a trap door?
You think it wouldn't get out?
God, I hope so.
I think you can. Money talks, honey. Okay.
You think that
and money shuts people
God, I
up.
hope
I don't
so.
think trap doors getting out of
You
that
think
house.
Reddit wouldn't have figured it out by now?
No. Not enough
I think they
Zillow
would've.
photos of the inside of all their homes.
I think they would have.
How did we get here?
God damn, I'm so mad. Why
Why are you mad?
I'm so, like just a trap door that that just opens. A trapdoor that opens into like some fucking tar or something. Like,
You're telling me that you have
have
all
$1
the money
billion
in the world and you don't have a painting where you can put your eyes in it and go bloop, bloop, bloop,
and go, who's in my house?
my house?
You're telling me you don't have stairs that don't fold down and go into a slide?
You're telling me that you're going to exploit your workers and not have a bookshelf where if you pull the right book, it goes.
They have that.
It turns.
I've seen that on MTV Cribs. That's not original.
Yeah,
I'd like to see more of
I've
it.
seen people with safe houses.
Every
like
time
that. I would like to see more of it.
Fucking
Yeah, you guys just need to go to an
billionaires.
escape room and fucking clear out your
because
troubles.
also fucking if Bezos has a library in his house, it's a front because he opened up an online bookstore. If he has physical books, he's a fucking loser. You're not even believing in your own product.
Hypocrite.
So all of that is not real. You're a hypocrite. One of those books opened up to a secret lab.
To a trapdoor.
He's Batman.
Confirming it.
He's Batman.
He's Batman. He's
Batman is what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
He's a little too yoked for no reason.
You're right.
Batman.
This film,
Batman.
Yes, back to this movie.
I enjoyed that very much. This film has an exquisite ending that could only exist in the early 2000s. We get the bad guy. Sure, we could talk about that if you want to, but I'm talking about the very ending because we're back in the club and you get to hear Scooby-Doo say, "Sing it, Ruben," and it cuts to Ruben fucking stuttered. American Idol Season 2 winner.
Wow.
Suck
So
it,
good.
Clay Aiken.
Yeah.
So good.
And he is not very charismatic.
No.
He's bad.
Yeah.
No,
He's got a great voice.
I mean, that's why he hasn't gone.
Anyway.
You know,
Do you guys
anywhere.
remember
You gotta be charismatic as well.
when Ruben Stuttered won American Idol? He was America's teddy bear. Everyone loved him. And his
it was the
lead
best day of my
single.
life.
Yeah, I loved it too. I was Team Ruben all the way.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, from the beginning.
It was the best day of your life. Did you vote for him?
Oh, who didn't?
Oh yeah.
You didn't use your
I-
home
oh,
yeah.
phone to dial in?
I voted. Do you remember his lead
Yeah.
single?
No.
It was called, okay, so if you guys don't remember, American Idol, Ruben Studdard, just this adorable, cuddly black man. You're just like, oh, he's so smiley. I just want to love this guy. He's so sweet. He's so cute. And his first single was called Sorry for 2004.
Oh! I'm
Yeah.
sorry for
2004.
2004.
Oh, them strip clubs.
And I don't want
And he's just singing about all
the lyrics?
all the heinous shit
Yeah.
that he's done, and he's apologizing for like being addicted to strip clubs and spending all his
No,
money.
who does he think he is, Usher?
And it's like, first of all, not even Usher singing with that level of like admission.
I don't know. I was just talking about multiple baby mamas.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
cool.
he's like, I was bad and I'm sorry.
But that's Usher, baby.
yeah,
This
that's
is
Usher,
not
baby.
what we
That's
wanted
not
from
his
Ruben.
First single.
No.
Holy shit! And he
Yeah.
got into a children's movie
Yeah.
of Scoobert Dubert.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo.
All right.
Some good shit.
That had to have been a part of the deal of winning American Idol, though.
We're going to make you a star, kid. You get to sing with a CGI dog who's very hot.
How about the post credits and sequence?
Shut the fuck up. Is there a post-credit sequence?
Did you guys not see it?
No.
No.
Oh my god! There's like some strange post-credit sequence that shows Scooby playing on like a Game Boy, and then shows it to the screen, and there's a secret code, and you go to like the Scooby-Doo website, and you type in the secret code from the movie, and you get to play the game.
Did you play the game?
No, I don't remember.
Who the fuck are you?
I was stoned
Oh.
in high school.
What are you doing? Why'd you even bring this
Wait,
up?
you remember
That's
this?
what I thought you were talking about. Is the post-credit sequence?
You remember this from seeing it in theaters?
Oh.
No, I watched it today again, and I was like, oh yeah, that's probably why I didn't do it when I was a kid.
But you didn't do it today.
No, I watched it today.
I know, but then why didn't you play the game today?
Is that
I had to
site
come
still
here.
up?
I was late.
You
I
should
was 4 minutes late.
be later.
Okay, well, listen. I thought that's what you were talking about when you said the ending, because it's a weird ending. It's
I
a very
literally
strange
was
ending.
going to check to see if there was a end credit sequence, and then I said out loud,
It's
"Wait, this is fucking
2004.
Scooby. Nick Fury hasn't happened yet."
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But you can't skip the reveal of the villain.
Can't
we
I?
still haven't. We still haven't got
Can't
over
I?
it.
You sure?
It's funny.
Okay, go.
Okay. So we reveal that the villain is none other than Alicia Silverstone. Obviously, we knew that because they're trying to play it like it's not her, and then they try to throw you off by having her and the villain in the same room together.
Which, by the way, Alicia Silverstone is great. I love that she's allowed herself to age like a real person and is still totally fucking gorgeous and stunning.
Did
and
you watch
also,
All the Boy or To the Summer I Turned Hot or whatever that
Sure
movie's
didn't.
called? It was so good. She's the mom in it.
Fuck yeah. I love you forever. Clueless is one of the best movies ever made. And also the
Still never seen it.
That's fucked up.
That's crazy.
That's
That is
crazy.
kind of-
That's
kind
insane.
of sad.
That's
Just shit in his
insanity.
pants.
That's fucking insanity.
You have an older sister, right?
It's a perfect
Yeah,
movie.
but she was also a drug addict.
It's a
Oh, okay, well.
it's a perfect movie.
We were not like a stereotypical teenage girl at
Okay,
all.
I'm gonna invite you. It's not. It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense to do an episode. People listening are gonna be like, "Do an episode." There's no jokes. It's just a perfect movie.
Okay, the ending is it's Alicia Silverstone. We reveal that she was it all along, but is it actually Alicia Silverstone?
Dun, dun, dun.
No. Then they do a CGI mask pull of Alicia Silverstone's fucking skin, and it turns out to be the crazy old man that no one knew about or cared about. that we
Played by
didn't know.
Tim Blake Nelson.
Sure, and
Of course.
and that he was pretending to be a woman, pretending to be a news reporter who was also cuddling with the cameraman.
I thought you said
Yeah.
cunnilingus with the cameraman.
Well, maybe, probably.
Who's also doing cunnilingus with the cameraman.
But that was all Daphne. Daphne was the one who figured it out.
Way
So
to go,
credits
Daph.
to her.
You guys ready for fun facts?
Wait, Zach's back.
Yes.
Did you know that Linda Cardellini is bad as hell?
Yes.
Yeah.
Facts. Facts.
Cool. Matthew Lillard, after this movie, he went on to continue to play Scoob, to voice Shaggy, rather, in some of the animated movies, but he found out via Twitter that he was not hired for the new movie Scoob, the animated film. And he had to find out when they announced the movie online. He said, quote, "Hollywood never ceases to amaze me. Yeah, about Scoob, I don't have a lot of good things to say. I wish them all well. Yeah, I mean, it was a drag. And I was surprised that the recasting happened. Hollywood's an interesting place, and I've been around for a long time."
I thought he went on to voice Shaggy in the next animated one.
In cartoons and stuff, but not in Scoob, the reboot of 2019.
Well, how did that one do?
Sucked.
Exactly.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, what was that one?
I don't know.
It came out.
Is that the one with Scrappy-Doo? There had to
Maybe.
have been one with Scrappy-Doo.
It just came
I'm
out.
thinking about the same thing you are, Garrick, but I couldn't find it when I Googled it.
Well, I have it here. There was Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
3 originally planned to be released, but this was a box office bomb, and so the third film was ultimately scrapped.
Oh, damn.
Did you guys know that Linda Cardellini and Jason Segel dated for 5 years?
What?
Oh,
They were both in Freaks
I
and
thought you were
Geeks.
gonna say is bad as
what?
hell.
Freaks and Geeks.
Oh.
Freaks and Geeks, man.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a long time ago.
I find this fun fact very funny because you're going to be like, what stunts? But all the actors did their own stunts.
What stunts?
Yeah, they rolled a couple times.
No, there was some fighting.
Freddie Prinze Jr. was very keen on doing the motorcycle joust himself.
Oh.
That's literally written down here. I did not make that up.
It's so funny that like one actor will do their own stunts and they're like, I'm gonna do my own too, and I'm gonna do my own too. I'm
You
gonna
do your
and
own
then
stunts?
they just all do that shit. No. What stunts? I don't have any
I would
stunts.
definitely not do my stunts.
No, you're too
I would.
fragile,
I would
both of you.
definitely do.
Too much of an insurance risk.
I would 100% do my
No,
own
Garrick,
stunts.
no, you have literal rods in your neck. Absolutely not.
Yeah, he has rods
got
in
a
his neck
pretty
so he can
face.
do the stunts.
No.
Yeah, so I can
We're
do
not
the
fucking up
stunts.
that face. Zach, you got a little
I gotta
room
do the
to-
stunts.
Me and you, we've got buildable faces.
Yeah, we
Garrick,
got
you
room
can't
to
fuck
crib.
up that mug.
No. We don't want to see you turn into a Mickey Rourke.
Yeah.
I will fight all of your insecurities for
You
talking
can't.
that down to my friends.
You can't. You
That's fucked
can't.
up.
You're on virtual, so nanny boo boo.
Nana boo boo, we're uglier than
Stick
you.
your head in Scooby-Doo.
Nothing you can do about it. Okay, so James Gunn wrote this film.
fly.
I do believe he's proud of it. I feel like I've seen him talk about it on Twitter. But
Of course he is.
there is a unsubstantiated rumor of the possibility. Or actually, I think he said that he'd be down to do it if they were. So I don't think it's unsubstantiated. That James Gunn is interested potentially in another Scooby-Doo, a rated R Scooby-Doo.
No! This is where we
Come
watch
on,
Scooby
James Gunn, you
fuck
can't-
Velma.
You can't keep doing that. He like, I just want to be vile. I just want to be mean and angry and swear a lot and have blood and guts everywhere. So
Love
no,
James
man,
Gunn.
chill.
I'd watch it. I'd see it. We're doing
Chill.
rated
Bring
R
it.
Winnie
Take
the
it.
Pooh. Why not?
Scotty, take it down a notch. Like, you gotta relax, bro.
I think I agree. Like ultimately, I would watch it. I would have fun talking about it. But I think the world is better keeping Scooby-Doo
Yeah.
pure and like just letting it be known
Yeah.
that Shaggy smokes weed instead of watching him hit a bong.
Yeah.
I don't want to see
Right.
Shaggy hit a bong.
No, that's depressing.
I do want to
Yeah.
see Scooby fuck Velma. So if you could drop that link.
Yeah, no problem.
When
I
we're
gotta drop
done.
it to you.
Now
drop
is the
the link
time
to
that
an
we
ad.
have to decide, is this film a pleasure, a guilty pleasure, or just plain guilty?
Yeah.
Anyone want to go? I can go first.
You go first.
Look, I know this film is quite nostalgic for a lot of our fans. I love that you guys had a sexual awakening of sorts. I agree. Velma bad as hell. I don't think it's a very good movie. I'm going to call it a guilty pleasure.
Oh, okay.
Well, because look, if you like it, that's fine. There's things to
Yeah.
love, but I don't think it's not good. It's
Yeah.
not. I'm not. I want you
Yeah.
to not take away. Actually, you know what? I'll call it guilty because I want you to take away from this podcast that I don't think you should watch it.
See, I'm gonna refute and say it's a guilty pleasure because it really does knock on all the nostalgia pieces for me. I didn't hear shit about the first Scooby-Doo movie, so I don't know if that's any good. So this one for me was like my adult live action dreams come true cartoon. It was just, it made you feel good. You could look down at your phone, have a little conversation with someone, look back up, you didn't miss too much. You hear some hijinks, you hear some zoinks. It's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Bring us home,
For
Rick.
sure, guilty pleasure. I watched maybe 20 minutes of this movie, and the other hour was spent looking at my phone and like kind of checking in and checking out. Because like nothing really holds you to the
No.
movie other than when you look at it for a second, you're just like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? This is bright. This is colorful. Look at this set design. Look at the effort that
Where
they're
are they
putting into
now?
these characters. This is wild. And then you see something else on your phone. It's like, all right, I'll check out for a second.
Yeah.
And just
I
let
would
the
like to,
time-
before we
time
end
run.
here, I would like to
Oh.
read some conversations from our group chat. And if any of these cross the line, you let me know. We'll cut them right out. First,
Yeah.
from Garrick, can't believe this genius isn't casting everything. Agree. Hard agree.
Yes.
Then there was
Yes.
OG Velma's a baddie over here. That was from Garrick.
Yeah.
You wrote,
Yeah.
Daphne being the hot one is technically a terrorist attack.
It is. It is. It's pretty upsetting that they had her be the hot
they
one. And I'm just
continue
like, the hot one's right there.
She literally says,
bad as
I'm
shit.
not hot. And I'm like, first of all, I thought this was a kid's movie. Second of all, yeah, you are.
And she's also a
you are.
lesbian, and we did her so wrong in this movie.
Let Velma scissor.
Yeah.
Then Garrick asks, I don't know the context. I mean, I know it's from The Bear, but you said, Kelsey, if Shaggy was in the kitchen saying, yes, chef, would you think he was hot?
Yeah.
What did I say?
So that is from my. You didn't answer it.
Oh.
That is from my theory that our views on attraction have flipped. So if you put tattoos on Matthew Lillard and put him in a kitchen and have him be a little bit aggressive to people and then being nice and then saying yes, chef to people,
well, Kelsey,
would you think that he's a hot man?
Kelsey, you did reply. You said, oh, fucking Lip has always been able to get it.
Now we're talking about Jeremy Allen White.
Now we're talking about Jeremy
in The
Allen.
Bear, which he has always been able to get
Yeah.
it since watching Shameless as a teenage
Hence,
girl.
you said, I'll drink his bathwater.
Yes.
And I thought this was about Shaggy.
Yeah.
No,
was
I will
excited.
drink Jeremy Allen
no.
White's bathwater. You heard me.
Get in line.
Phenomenal actor.
Miles is
Watch The
snapping to
Bear.
that.
The Bear's that's
That's our suggestion for this week.
Watch
Instead of
The Bear.
Scooby-Doo 2, watch The Bear on Hulu.
Watch The Bear.
Great show. Watch The Bear.
Great
You'll
show.
love it. Well, thanks for joining. Until next time, I'm at Corn D and all the things.
I'm Kelsey Darragh at all the things.
I'm at Garrick Bernard on all the things.
And until next time.
Definitely gonna bleep that.